201 asks, what kind of debt do you have? We have a house and a car, medical bills.
And what I like to call appliance debt. We have appliance debt.
It's probably, you know, not spectacularly large compared to what some other people have, but
it's enough for us. It's enough to be a burden for us.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
How do you budget your bills? Well, I let her do it.
I'm going to do a budgeting video. Essentially, this is what I do. I write down what's going to go out every month and what's going to come in on a piece of paper. Work with that, make sure all of our bills are paid first, and then from there I do our envelopes. So, but I'll do a whole video on it. You'll get to see it sometime soon.
One Love 201 goes on to ask, what cleaners do you use? Do you make your own? Or do you buy them at the store?
I used to use, before we started our journey of becoming debt-free, Honest Company products. I love them. They're all natural and they don't just smell like vinegar. I've tried making my own, and the problem I have is everything smells like vinegar, and I don't like the smell of vinegar. So I have a little bit of a hard time with that. Even with the essential oils, it's still a little too vinegary. So if you guys know any home cleaning recipe that works that's not like super vinegary, leave it down below because I'd love to try it.
Can't you just like rub a lemon on it?
This is why he doesn't do any cleaning.
Besides groceries, what do you do to save money? We already answered that sort of, but we were sort of blanking on it. Trying to think of some other things. Buy a lot of things, you know, used or at a discount.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and wait for those good deals. Wait a couple, you know, you don't always have to have the next big gadget.
Right. Yeah.
Sometimes you can wait until the price drops a little. Our most recent television, we waited until we found a fantastic deal on it. And then we bought it at a great deal.
You guys, it was a 50-inch TV for $300.
It was a good deal.
Not too bad. Yeah, buy things used. Even like kids toys. Christmas presents when they're little, they don't know. You can get them a little Tykes house, clean it up from a garage sale for $50 and ta-da, you know? So, yeah, buy things used.
Go to your local library. That's one of our favorites.
Yeah, definitely. That's the way we get
movies, books, CDs.
That's how we get almost all of our entertainment is from the library for free.
Yeah, and luckily we live in a city with a fantastic library system.
Yeah, we've got a lot of libraries to choose from, so that's really nice.
And there's a million other ways that we'll do in another video.
Yeah, we will get to it, we promise.
And finally, One Love 201 asks, do you both work?
Yes.
And how?
He works,
how?
Yeah.
I was working 2 jobs until I quit my other job just this week because now I'm working so much at my main job that I can't work my other job. And hopefully I'll be getting a raise very soon also.
I work from home part-time, and then I have kids. So.
And she does a million little odd jobs. I think she does a great job. So, and having the kids, obviously taking care of them is a big deal. So, I guess she does work at home.
Well, I work at home. I have a job.
And she has a job.
Where I work.
So Soulful asks, are you all homeowners or renters?
Oh, this is a good question. We're homeowners.
Well, the bank owns our house, but they let us stay here as long as we give them a ton of money every month. Yeah, I had that idea that home ownership was the only way to go, but after purchasing our first home, which was such a bad experience because of foundation problems, plumbing issues, etc., we got a home inspection and tried to do everything right. We made the difficult decision to get out of that home and return to being renters, which has been so stress-free and financially more efficient. We really enjoy our apartment, but I do think about purchasing a home again in the future. What are your thoughts about renting versus home ownership?
Do you want me to start?
You had some very good thoughts, I thought.
Okay, so my thoughts on this are Home ownership is a fantastic thing if you have the money for it, as in a down payment, and money if things go wrong. Because things will go wrong. It's a house. Things are going to break. So renting is great if you are looking to save up to buy a house or just don't want the responsibility of a house. Because houses are a lot of responsibility. We actually had a pretty fantastic experience ourselves because we lived in the house for 2 years. 2 years before we bought it. We were actually renting it before we bought it. So we knew the ins and outs. We knew the things that had been fixed. We knew that the house was in good shape. So that was really nice. I understand how scary it can be to buy a house not knowing exactly what's going to go wrong or what is wrong already. And it sounds like you had a pretty bad experience, and I'm sorry for that. That's awful. But yeah, just have the money in the bank. If things are going to go wrong, have it there to fix it. That's my thoughts on it.
Well, it's it's a complicated issue, obviously. We were able to buy our house in a large part because we got the federal grant, our Obama bucks, back in 2008 that helped us pay for the down payment.
Yeah.
So thanks, Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
And one thing's for sure, I have rented before, and I do not like renting for many reasons. Primarily, living in an apartment is terrible to me. I can't handle it. I'm loud. I'm obnoxious. I listen to loud music. And that and having apartments just doesn't mix very well.
Yeah.
But, to each his own. You have to look at how it works best for you and your situation. Right. Especially, if you want, with renting, you have a lot more mobility.
Right, that's
maybe a little freedom.
Yeah.
Whereas we as homeowners, we're locked in for now. And of course, it was great that we were able to purchase our home in 2008. But of course, since then, housing prices have tanked. And there's been a bunch of houses in our neighborhood that have sold for far
foreclosed upon houses
less than what we paid for our house, or excuse me, what we are paying for our house.
What we still owe for our house.
To each his own. You got to make the best, most informed decision in your life, and sometimes you have to make a hard decision. But we are happy with our decision to own our home. We have pride in our home. We have security in our home. We feel good that we live here.
He brings up a good point about mobility. That's something to think about too when you're going to buy a home. Is this the neighborhood you would like to stay in for a very long time?
Or the city or country.
Or the city or the country or
planet.
The state, the planet. Yeah. Wherever you make sure that that's where you want to grow your roots. Because that whole idea of buying a house and then the value is going to increase, it's not happening right now. So make sure that that's where you want to be.
We are real estate experts.
We don't know. This is our best answer, guys.
Okay. Thanks for asking questions. Interesting. It's kind of fun.
It was really fun, you guys. Thanks for answering. Thanks for asking the questions. We loved answering them. If you guys have any more, you can leave them down below, and we'll do another one of these because it was really kind of fun to sit down without the kids and just talk.
Yeah. So until next time.
Bye, guys.